guys, it's Laura. Today's workout is all about the lower body and core using sliding discs, a mat, and some dumbbells. We'll be doing standing work and mat work. So I'll be showing modifications for intensity and exercises throughout the workout, okay? So if you're ready, grab your stuff and let's get warmed up. Remember, if you don't have discs, totally fine. Now I like these because on one side it works for carpet, the other side it works for hard floor. I got them cheap on Amazon. But remember, if you don't have anything like that, you could use a rag. I use like a washcloth before I had these because I have a hard floor. If you're on carpet, you could use a paper plate or nothing, okay? Now I'm gonna give myself some space. So one thing to be aware of is you always want the ball of the foot in the center. You want your heel free. Okay, so I'm gonna set that down. Oh, wait, that's the wrong side. There we go. So I don't want to go with the disc. Okay, I stay with the stationary leg. So I'm gonna slide out to the side. Slide out and slide in. So I'm sitting back. So we did that lateral lunge so we could kind of get used to that movement. So see, it's like a one-legged squat. I'm sitting back. So as you get used to it, see if you go a little further. Remember, I'm not going with the disc. I'm staying here. So my heel is free in case I need to put it down and stop that movement. It's your break. Now, how deep can you go? You should be able to see the toe on this foot at the bottom. So we're using this leg and driving through that heel. Okay, now take it out, stay down, slide it in, take it out, and then bring yourself all the way back up. Yeah, so out. Now you can be doing all of this by just tapping in and out and not using a disc at all, right? What I like about the disc is it kind of helps you not cheat, right? It's not very forgiving. And up. Okay, now we're gonna stay down a little longer. In, stay there, in, all the way up. Okay, we have one more like that. Then we're gonna change what we're doing. So in, out. I got the squat going on. All the way up. Okay. Little rest. It's still this leg. We haven't switched. So I got the ball of my foot on the center of that disc, and I'm going to slide back. So back and up. So I'm going to turn so you can see me better. Now again, I'm not going back with the disc. So I'm bending that front leg. I'm staying with that front leg. Of course, you can just leave the disc aside and just do without, especially if this is something you feel like, I'm not sure about this exercise, because it is an unstable exercise. That's kind of the point. But if you're not ready for that, don't add the disc yet. Nothing wrong with that. So this knee stays right over my heel, and I'm driving into this heel to come back up. We're going to do the same thing. So stay back. Slide in, back, all the way up. 3 more like that. So I've got a forward lean over that front leg, all the way up. This front leg is working a lot. Up. Okay, here's our longer set. We only have 2 of these, so slide in, don't come up. Now, of course, you come up if you need to. Drive into this heel. And then bring it all the way up. We only have 1 more like that. How are you feeling? I'm feeling it. Keep this knee stable. And then all the way up and release that leg. Ah! I felt that. Okay. Still on the same leg. Still on that same leg. I am picking on you today. One-legged squat. This foot's going to slide forward, so I'm going to sit back and up. Sit back. up. Now I put my arms forward to help counterbalance my weight. Going back, what I don't want you to do is do this. See with this knee? See what that's doing? Because I'm not sitting back. Make it about your butt going back. It's okay if you can't go that deep. This is a hard exercise. You can even try your heel. See if you can go deeper. Okay, just 4 more. 2 more. And then last one. We only got one more thing to do on this leg. And then we get to switch. Thankfully, we got a circle. Only going one direction. Half squat. Up, around, and in, and up. Up. Remember, bend at the hip. Remember, check out. Can you see your toe? How big can you make that circle? Keep this knee stable. Up. Okay, just one more. Nice. Okay, we get to switch sides. Now that leg was stabilizing us the whole time, so it's at a slight disadvantage. Let's start with that lateral lunge. Okay, put in the center, sit back, up. Sitting back into the hip. So see what my knee doesn't do, it doesn't go out. I sit back. And you've got your hands there to support you. So you may not be ready for the disc yet, and that's okay. Okay, so stay down, stay there, come in, go out, and then bring it all the way up. Out, in, out, up. Now, if you press down harder into that disc as you slide it, you create more resistance. Okay, come down. We're going to stay here longer. In, out, in. We're still in that half squat. All the way up. We got 3 more. Sitting back. Abs in, supporting your back. Press down that disc. All the way up. You got 2 more. When I'm counting every rep, you know I feel it. So glance down. You should be able to see that foot. All the way up. Lots of quad. 1 more. Can you reach out a little further without shifting? It's okay if you can. All the way up. Okay, shake that leg out. Woo! We got that sliding rear lunge. Still on the same leg. Okay, so that's the working leg. The other leg works, but it's predominantly this leg. Okay, find your range of motion first. I like to put my hand here to help stabilize. You could be holding weights if you feel really strong at this. I'm not pushing off the back foot. I'm using that front leg to bring me up. Okay, ready for that longer rep? Me neither. Hold, slide in, back all the way in. Yow. Drive into that heel. Okay, we got that longer rep. I only have 2. Only 2. Back. In. Stay there. Stay there if you can. I think you can. All the way up. And you have 1 more. Goodness gracious. In, back, in, back, in, all the way up. Woo. We got that one-legged squat. So I'm gonna start with the ball of my foot on the disc. I'm gonna sit back. So this stays the same throughout, okay? Sitting back. Back at that hip. It really helps to take the arms forward, because then it helps you to sit a little bit deeper back. Or if you don't want to go straight down, you don't want to go straight down. Stick your butt out. Remember, you can go to the heel. Sometimes that helps to go a little deeper. Just make sure it's firmly planted in the center. Three more. Sit back. If you're feeling a lot of tension in this knee, check your hip. Is it going back enough? Rest. Okay, all we have left is that circle. Okay, this is in my way. Then we're gonna move on. So I come down, and then I circle around and bring it up. As big a circle as you can. Remember, you're still sitting back like that one-legged squat. Keep that heel down on that stable leg. If the heel lifts, you shift into the ball of your foot, and you're gonna feel your knee. How big a circle can you make? Just one more. Very nice. Nice. Set that aside. Okay, now we're gonna incorporate some dumbbells. We're still doing legs. I'm keeping it all together. That way we keep that going. We don't get to rest. I know that's so mean. But then you get that concentrated work and you move on, right? So I'm going to grab my heavier weight today. This is my heavier weight today. Just depends on how you feel. One dumbbell. I'm gonna do an RDL. So make sure those hips go back. Okay, that's the important thing. All right, here we go. Down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then drive up. Squeeze your glutes. Most of the time I see people just bend forward and their weight is hanging out here, and you're gonna feel a lot of low back there, okay? Shift back like you're gonna put your butt up to the wall and up. You're trying to get to about knee level or even mid-shin if you got the flexibility. If your shoulders round forward, you've lost your form. It means you've gone too far for your hamstring strength and flexibility. Keep that weight really close to your leg. This is really good for the hamstring, lower back, and the glutes. Squeeze on the way up. Squeeze up. Drive into those heels. Okay, we're gonna stagger this. So you're gonna go down 2 and then up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down 2. Make sure those hips are going back. You're bending those knees. Yeah, 2 more. And then we'll change it. Squeeze your glutes. Don't drop those shoulders. Reset every time. Okay, so we're gonna reverse that. Down 6 in the stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up 2. How you doing? Up 2. You got 2 more. Keep those shoulders back. I know I say it a lot, but as you fatigue, it's like you kind of lose awareness of it. 5, 6, up. Okay, I'm gonna put that down. We're gonna rest for a little bit. We've got body weight. A lot of this is lightweight, body weight, but I wanna make sure you feel it. okay? I want you to get something out of it. Sometimes you're like, oh, I feel a little bit. That's good. You might be having a day like that. I have days like that where I'm like, I'm just here, not when I'm teaching. When I do my own workout, I tend to be a little bit lazier. So we're going to do a lunge or squat lunge combination, okay? Okay, so come down and I want you to pulse. So what I don't want you to do is this, okay? Bob your butt up and down or back and forth. Again, you can see your toes. You got back support. This leg, okay? Lunge back right here. You don't have to go deep. 290-degree angles-ish. You could even just hold. I just want to keep you there. Step back in and give me that squat. Watch those knees. 4, 3, 2. Lunge back, same leg. You can hold. You don't have to pulse. Sometimes it's just entertaining, right? Squat. 4, 3, 2. Back, same leg. Squat again. And then back. Okay, we're going to go to 2 and 2. 2 squats, 2 lunges. Okay, one of each. Back. Now you don't have time to go deep. Stand up. That stationary leg that didn't move, you probably felt that. Guess what we got to do? We got to go the other way. I know! So mean! So make sure you work the other leg. Okay, here's your squat. Sit back. Chest up, shoulders back. Get ready to lunge that other leg and back. Keep that knee stable. And 4, 3, 2. Squat again. 8, 7. How you feeling? Lunge it back. You may have one side that you're better at. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lunge. We got 4 again. Lunge. Okay, we're at 2 and 2. 1, 2. And then singles. Then we're done. 2 more. Last one. Stand up. Yowza. Okay. I'm going to grab my mat, and I need both of my slidey discs. Both of them. So I want my hips at the end of the mat. My heels in the center of my disc, paper plates, rags, whatever you got going on. When I first started teaching with discs, it was paper plates. They hadn't even invented these yet. That's how old I am. As my son says, pretty old. Of course, he's 22. Everybody's old. Okay, slide out. Lift your hips. Slide in. Hips down. Slide out. Lift your hips. Slide in and down. Let's go the other way. So lift. Slide out. Hips down and in. Now I have my head up because I got this mic pack on, but please put your head down if that feels better for you. Hips down. Slide in. Lift. Out. Hips down. Bring it in. Down. Now, you've got a choice here. You can keep it up. Hands down will help you stabilize. Or you can keep doing the other option. So if your hips are down the whole time, put more downward pressure into that disc to kind of compensate for the lack of body weight that's driving down. I want you to feel your hamstrings. Should be no problem there. Okay, one leg, other leg. Remember, you could be up. This is actually easier to one leg at a time. Oh, if only I had a pillow. Okay, let's go faster. Out, 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 out. You should feel those hamstrings. Remember, hips can be down, that's fine. I feel it either way. Okay, I'm gonna put my hips down and go twice as fast. Don't lose the disc. Push down to that disc. There's a burning right there. All right, bring it in. Rest. How'd you do with that? I felt it. I hope you did. Okay, now just come up in a bridge and down. Now you can take your feet off the discs. You get a break for a second. It's just a glute bridge. Keep your rib cage on the floor. Tilting your pelvis, squeezing your glutes. Tuck your pelvis by pulling the abs in. Really good for the lower back. You're also getting quad, hamstring, glute. I'm going to show you an option here. So bring it up. Now bring one leg in, other leg lifts. Or here, okay? Now lift and down. Make sure this heel, this bottom heel, is not so close to you that all you feel is your quad and your knee. If you're feeling a lot of your knee, that means your foot is way too close. So with the foot crossed like this, you take some of the load that you're lifting off. If your leg is straight up, you're lifting all of that, okay? Down. If it feels like you can barely lift because it feels heavy, go to an easier version so you can get that bigger range of motion. You got one more. Okay, put that foot down. Let's switch sides. Lift and lower. You're squeezing that glute. Remember, you don't want that heel too close to you, and abs engaged. This is also working all the way around for your core muscles. Remember, your core is not just your abs. You could test it with that harder version. And it's okay to start with the harder version and realize that you need to switch to the easier, because that's how you get stronger, right? If you never try the next step, you never get stronger, you just stay the same. Remember, our bodies adapt to whatever we do. So we're always pushing it just a little bit more, increments. Okay, rest. All right, bring your knees into your chest to bring yourself up. Okay, how are you doing? So we're gonna use the discs again. We're gonna come here. Now you could do a modified plank here. This can be kind of a tough exercise. And if you're not ready for it, that is totally fine. But we're gonna start with the easier version, okay? 2 discs is gonna be easier than if you only had like 1. So I'm gonna slide out, and then if you need to, you can stagger it back in, okay? So I slide out, in, or pull all the way in. That's gonna be more difficult. What I don't want you to do, and what I see a lot of people do, is they arch their back. So you wanna keep it stable throughout, just like you would in a plank. Because remember, your abs support your back, and vice versa. So it's kind of like those core wheels, the wheel with the handles on it. Those are tough. Now, if you're really, really strong, you can do this on your toes. Yeah, you go right ahead. I'll cheer you on. What I like about this is it also gets a lot of upper body muscles. Remember, if you need to do this, please do, okay? Make sure you've got enough cushion for those knees. I don't want that to be a distraction for you or painful for you. Just a couple more. One more. Nice. Okay. So I'm going to move this more centered. Okay, so we got some more. We've got upper body and lower back. So we still got those discs. You could do this without discs. Remember, if you don't have the disc, it is fine. Now relax your neck. I know you're looking up at me, but once you have it, I want you to tuck your chin a little bit. Pull back and in. So my feet are anchored to the floor, and I'm pulling my elbows back and in. I'm giving a little bit of a back extension. That's up to you how high you want to go on that. So I'm getting those lats. You're going to feel some shoulders, some biceps, and of course your lower back. You can squeeze the glutes to help you lift. And if you want to go higher, if that feels good to you, you can do that. Remember, you don't have to. Ooh, I feel my triceps. All right, 4 more. Two more. Last one. All right, bring it in. Press up. You're on your knees. And this is just a little stretch, okay? So you're gonna go to the side and lean away to the opposite hip. Just release. Oh, that feels good. And then go the other way. We're not done yet. Don't get excited. Okay, bring it in. All right, we're done with these. I know, I'm happy too. So I'm gonna put that down. I think I'm gonna go even lighter. I've got a 5. See, and I can't even lie because it looks different. Wait a minute. I'm not even gonna try to trick you. Balance. Okay, so I'm gonna start with your right hand, just to be nice. Okay, I'm standing on one leg, slight bend, and I'm gonna lift. I'm lowering. Out, away from your center line. It's up to you how high that leg lifts. Just don't turn the toe up. Now you're gonna start to feel that standing leg. It's stabilizing, it's holding your body weight up. Now can you go a little further? See how I'm kind of going with the hand? I'm leaning. Totally up to you. You could even make it small. You don't have to make it horizontal. Only 3 more. Feel that balance. Body's working hard to stabilize. You don't even need weight if this is really, really hard for you. Let's switch. Relax. So we'll stay upright for this one. Okay, bend that knee you're standing on. Lift and down. Lift. Lower. So if you're having trouble balancing, you can look forward and down at the floor. That's going to help. If you're really good at balance, you could close your eyes. You go, you. I wish I would have realized the importance of stability and balance when I was younger, but hey, it's better late than never, right? Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more of a lean, out and in. All right, we can always put the weight down. Remember, falling over is not part of the exercise. I don't want you to do that. I want you to feel unstable. That means you're challenging yourself, but I don't want you to feel like you're gonna fall. 2 more. Here's your last one. Okay, rest that. That's also shoulder because you've been lifting that. We have one more thing to do. I'll keep this weight. So we're back to standing on this leg, okay? Lift out, in, down. Now, of course, you could be here, open, in, down, out. If you need to hang on to something or even the wall, fingertips on the wall, that would be good. This is what I have clients start with if they're feeling really unstable, because those muscles that are stabilizing will get stronger. Remember, I know balance, I think that's why a lot of people avoid balance work, is it feels awkward. We feel like we're not good at it, because we're not. And that's why we need to do it. I'm going to reach, I'm going to bring it center and down. That reach, of course, is going to make it more challenging. Okay, just two more. I released that standing leg a little bit. Okay, here's your last one. Reach, in, and down. Okay, we only have the other side. This is actually my better side, so I struggle on this side a little bit, but it's so much better than it was. Okay, so bring the hand center, and let's just start with the knee. So lift, out, in, and down. Now remember, a lot of things can affect your balance day to day. Things like how much sleep you got. A lot of times we put a lot of emphasis on high blood pressure, but low blood pressure can be a thing too, right? Those are the people that when they stand up, they get dizzy very easily. I used to have that a lot. Of course, I was about 20 pounds lighter then. Not the case anymore. I'm one of those people, I cannot eat if I have any kind of anxiety. I lose my appetite. And believe me, I've heard all the comments, you're so lucky. It's not a lucky thing. Okay, now we're going to add that reach. Remember, it's optional. Let's see how we do. In. Ooh, 3 more. Where do you feel it in the standing leg? I tend to feel the arch of my foot. Woo. 2 more. Okay, here's your last one. Turn, in, and down. Oh, we made it. We made it. Okay, I think it's time to stretch. Don't you? Standing stretch. So stagger your stance, knees and toes going toward an angle. And you don't want to be too narrow because we're going to shift our hip and you're not going to be able to get over there. So it's better to be too wide than too narrow. Shift over, supporting your back, okay? Feel the stretch, feel the stretch. You can slide that hand down. Now, if that's too much on your back, you stay here, but drive into the heels and shift your hips over to the side. And then see if you can pull that top shoulder back. Keep your abs engaged. Remember, they support your back. And if you want to, you can add that arm. You don't have to. See if you can open up a little bit more. And if you want to, you can extend that arm. Remember, if it's too much, you back off. This is the part where you don't want to force it. You don't want to force anything, but you really don't want to force a stretch. Pull that shoulder back. Breathe. Now take that arm back. And then slowly bring yourself up. Let's go the other way. Shift that hip. Remember, feet nice and far apart. Soften the knees that are not locked. They're soft. And I'm going to slide down. Do you have one side you're better at? This is my better side. Bring it up. And pull that shoulder back. And if you want to extend that, you can. You don't have to. Breathe, breathe. And then bring the arm back. Slowly bring yourself up. Nice. Step 1 foot back. Pressing that heel down. So you got a calf stretch. And if you need to slide it further back, you can. Lean forward to deepen that stretch. Just remember, if your goal is to improve your flexibility, you want to hold stretches longer. I would say at least a minute, and the more consistent you are with stretching, the better it gets, just like anything, right? Okay, bend that back knee, tuck your pelvis under, and sink down. Now see, I'm a little close, so I'm going to step a little further back, and I'm going to lean toward that back leg, just so I feel that hip flexor into my quadricep. I don't want my knees too close. So if you lean back, you deepen that stretch. Nice. Shift to the back leg. And then, here, I'll turn so you can see me better. Shift back into this hip and lift your tailbone. So what I mean by that is you're actually tipping your pelvis forward. You're not tucking under. So by lifting the pelvis and shifting back, you'll feel that hamstring, especially toward the top. Good, bring yourself up. Okay, so let's go to the other leg. Step way back, press that heel down, shift forward. So you should feel that in the calf. Remember, from the bottoms of your feet up, your body is affected by things. So if you've got tightness or weakness, even in the muscles of your feet, that can affect you all the way up. So you want to make sure that you give attention to even the smaller muscle groups. And then bend that back knee, tuck your pelvis, sink down. Remember, you can lean back, so you deepen that stretch. You can hang on to something if you need to, because I don't want it to feel like we're lunging again. We kind of are. But squeeze that glute. Remember, to open up one muscle, you flex the opposing muscle. Okay, come up, shift back into the hip, go back, 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 back. So you feel the hamstring. And think about where you hold tension in your body. We tend to treat mind and body as separate things, but they're not. Think of things it's like we take for granted how intertwined our thoughts and emotions are with what happens in our body. Come up. Big inhale. Over to the side. And go the other way. So if you're suppressing anxiety, stress, something you're sad or you have grief or anger, remember, your body is going to feel that. You're going to feel that somewhere in your body. Open up. And I'm not a therapist. These are things that I'm learning in therapy. Going to therapy has been like one of the best things I've ever done. And I know people are like, everything's life-changing, but it really has been life-changing. Take it back. Open up the front of the shoulder. Remember, if this doesn't feel good, you're just opening up. Bring the chin down. Yeah? All right, bring it back to center. Big inhale. Thank you so much for working out with me. I appreciate you so much. Be kind to yourself. Remember, you deserve it. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye. You did such a great job. I hope you feel good. I hope you feel worked, and I hope you feel better than when you walked in here. If you'd like to see more workouts like this, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you're not already, and say hi in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I'll see you next time. Bye.